So I know people want to know my opinion about this wild ride because Roaring Kitty posted some meme with a person leaning forward in his seat and the stock shot up over the last few days. Now it's down, I think 15% today, maybe 16%, right? Obviously a dangerous game. So like, what are my thoughts, right? Well, here are my thoughts. First of all, I think it's hysterical because it's like a joke because there is no relationship again to where the stock trades and its fundamental value, and that's really what meme stocks are all about, right? That said, I'm hoping that this time around people are going to be a bit smarter because they've been through this wild ride where it went to like $400 or $500 a share and crashed back down to reality. So I think it was at $19 before this started. So here's really what I think. I think that there's nothing wrong with speculating. This is speculation and not investing. And it can be fun, it could be exciting, but it's also very dangerous. So I think when people are doing this, if they want to be out there with buying and selling GameStop and trying to leverage with the options, right? You have to realize that whatever money you put in, you might likely lose all of it, especially if you're trading on margin and so forth. So if you're doing it like that, with have fun and maybe make a few bucks, I think it's nothing wrong with it. It's fun. But if you're trying to YOLO and put all your money into this thing and you want to stay on this ride to get rich, I think that's very problematic. Some people might, if you have to have impeccable timing, but typically the average investor ends up losing and they're buying when they should be selling and selling when they should be buying. So again, nothing wrong with it. I'm a fan of Roaring Kitty because I think that in the beginning he did something amazing. I think the stock was 4. He thought it'd be worth 9 or 10. Right? But somehow it went to 400. So that's my opinion on what's going on right now. So I think people are wondering right now, like they look back what happened last time. They saw the stock shoot up to $400 or $500 a share. Some people became millionaires over, or virtually overnight. Many of them ended up giving back their millions because they didn't sell when they should have sold, right? But some people walked away very wealthy and did great, but many people lost, right? And that's what happens when you're speculating with these types of ultra volatile stocks. The question really is, do you think it's going to happen again? Is it going to go that high, right? Both GameStop and AMC. And I think personally, I don't think it will. I mean, listen, you never know with these type of stocks what's going to happen. That's the first rule of thumb when you're trading is, it's not rational. So theoretically, if everyone got behind it again and decide to all get together and try to drive up the stock and kick the man's, meaning Wall Street's ass, they probably could if there was that much conviction. But I think many people who got burnt last time, and the lessons of that last short squeeze are fresh in everyone's minds. It takes more like about 15 years, 20 years for everyone to forget. Like there's a huge crash, everyone's careful, but then 15, 20 years later, everyone's like, no one remembers anymore. Memory is short and everyone's buying back in again. So I personally don't think it goes that high, and especially AMC used the short squeeze. They sold more stock. They actually sold stock into this rise. So they sold $250 million worth of stock, whatever, to retire some debt. So that it puts more shares on the market, which pushes the stock lower, right? So again, you don't know what's going to happen, but I would be very surprised if it went that high. But just because it's down today 16%, it could be up 25% tomorrow. You don't really know. So if you're going to be involved in this, remember, you're speculating. You can have fun, but it's dangerous as well.